This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, local organization coming together to hold peaceful protest. New COVID-19 cases in Du Bois County. Murder hornets. Also, Kirk Uksa will be in with sports. All this and more coming up on WJTS TV News. Good evening. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. In light of recent events in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a local organization is coming together to bring light to a very difficult topic. One Du Bois County is set to have a peaceful protest tomorrow on Saturday at the Du Bois County Courthouse to protest violence and injustice against people of color. The Stand Up and Say Their Name event will take place from 10 a.m. to noon. This event is said to be peaceful and family-friendly. If you plan to attend, One Du Bois County asks that you wear a mask and practice social distancing. No charges will be filed in a sheriff's deputy-involved shooting earlier this month. Pike County's chief deputy prosecutor found that Deputy Paul Collier acted to defend himself or others when he fatally shot 69-year-old Michael Ferries on May 3rd. Deputy Collier and other officers responded to Ferries' home after he called 911, saying that he and his wife were starving and someone was shooting at them. Collier fatally shot Ferries after he told the deputy that he had a gun but refused to remove his hands from his pockets. Du Bois County health officials are reporting 4 additional cases of COVID-19. This brings the county's total to 192 positive cases and 3 deaths. Local health officials are working closely with the Indiana State Department of Health to ensure that the close contacts of the patients have been identified and monitored. Everyone who may have had an exposure risk are being notified so that proper infection control procedures can be followed. These newest cases are in isolation. Out of these 192 cases, we are told that 67 patients have recovered. This means that they are out of isolation and are reporting as feeling well. Approximately 1,336 residents have been tested. And as always, remember to practice social distancing. Wear a cloth face covering whenever out in public, and wash your hands frequently with soap and water. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center in Jasper has updated its COVID-19 testing dashboard. As of Friday afternoon, 945 tests have been submitted. 806 negative results have been submitted, 27 test results are still pending, and 192 positive cases in Du Bois County. Please remember, a patient's address will determine what county reports the positive case, not the county where the test was administered. For more information, visit mhhcc.org. Indiana's COVID-19 numbers have been updated. As of Friday afternoon, the Indiana State Department of Health is reporting 1,946 deaths, 33,558 positive cases, and 248,713 individuals have been tested for the virus. Here are the numbers for our viewing area. We'll start off with Du Bois with 192 cases and 3 deaths. Pike has 6 cases. Spencer has 19 cases and 1 death. Perry with 35 cases. Martin with 11. Davies has 85 cases and 16 deaths. Orange has 125 cases and 22 deaths. Knox has 29 cases. Crawford has 24. Posey with 16. Lawrence with 154 cases and 23 deaths. Gibson has 14 cases and 2 deaths. Warwick with 166 cases and 28 deaths. And Vanderburgh has 265 cases and 2 deaths. To see a map of cases by county, you can head to in.gov/ISDH. Shipments of PPE are being delivered to local nursing homes in the area. On April 30th, United States Vice President Mike Pence directed the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, to coordinate shipments of personal protective equipment to over 15,000 nursing homes across the United States. Each shipment would provide a 14-day supply of PPE to the staff working at said nursing homes. Area nursing homes receiving PPE are Brookside Village in Jasper, Skilled Caring Center at Memorial Hospital in Jasper, Cathedral Healthcare Center in Jasper, Hildegard Health Center in Ferdinand, Core of Dale in Dale, Miller's Mary Manor in Rockport, Golden Living Center in Petersburg, Lagodi Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center in Lagodi, Lagodi Nursing Center in Lagodi, Washington Nursing Center in Washington, and the Villages at Oak Ridge in Washington. To learn more, visit FEMA.gov. The City of Jasper and its contractor are doing a storm sewer replacement project on Newton Street next week. This project will impact the area from 8th Street to 9th Street starting Monday, June 1st. This project will require lane closures, traffic pattern movements, and intersection closures at times to facilitate the work. Restriction will be in effect around the clock. If you vote in Dubois County, you either voted already with an absentee ballot through early voting or will vote on Election Day, June 2nd in Indiana. If you chose to vote on Election Day, which has been moved to June 2nd, you will vote in your regular voting location, with one exception. Bainbridge 2E, 2W, 3E, and 3W will now vote at the Habig Center on St. Charles Street in Jasper. Previously, these voters cast votes at the National Guard Armory, but since the Armory is being used as a COVID-19 testing site, that location has been moved to the Habig Center. All other voters throughout Jasper, Huntingburg, Ferdinand, and Dubois County still vote in your previous location. If you are unsure as to where you should vote, you can go online to indianavoters.in.gov. Spencer County election officials are releasing more information about the June 2nd primary election. Face coverings and social distancing are recommended at all polling locations. Early voting is underway and is taking place at the 4-H Center at the following dates and times. Saturday, May 30th from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Monday, June 1st from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. The following locations will be open Tuesday, June 2nd from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for primary election day. The Dale Community Center, Carter 1, 2, and 3. Santa Claus Community Center, Carter 4, Clay 1, 2, and 3. Fulda Sportsman's Club, Harrison 1, Huff 2. Grandview Fire Station, Hammond 1 and 2. Crisney 4-H Center, Grass 1, Jackson 2. Luce Government Center, Richland, Luce 1, 2, and 3. Lifetime Education Center, Rockport, Ohio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Minor injuries are reported after a two-vehicle accident in Jasper early Friday morning. Police say that 61-year-old Franklin Noley of Lagodi was driving southbound on Newton Street when he disregarded the lighted signal, crashing into 54-year-old Jamie Rivera of Jasper. Rivera complained of chest pain but refused treatment by EMS on the scene. Noley was not injured and was cited for disregarding a lighted signal. Noley's silver 1999 Kenworth semi suffered $1,700 in damages. Rivera's black 2009 Toyota suffered $6,000 in damages and is a total loss. Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company has been named to American Banker magazine's top 200 publicly traded community banks and thrifts in the nation. In its May 2020 issue, American Banker ranked Springs Valley 153rd on its nationwide list. In 2019, Springs Valley ranked 102nd out of 601 banks with $2 billion or less in assets. The study examined 511 well-capitalized publicly traded banks with $2 billion or less in assets. Rankings are determined by each institution's return on average equity, or the ROAE, a measure of profitability widely used by investors to analyze business performance. Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company is a subsidiary of SVB&T Corporation, headquartered in French Lick with administrative offices in Jasper. Springs Valley Bank and Trust offers full-service bank and financial services in DuBois, Davies, Gibson, and Orange counties. Washington Municipal Utilities is set to stay closed until June. As a precaution to COVID-19 and the safety of customers and staff, Washington Municipal Utilities will remain closed through June 14th. Drive-through payments will be accepted through the location near Eastside Park on 2100 Memorial Avenue. The drop box at both City Hall and Eastside will be collected frequently, and credit card payments will also be taken by phone and online. If you need to have utilities connected, call 812-254-2730, as applications and fees will be collected by appointment only. If you've seen a big scary hornet flying around your house and you think it's the murder hornet, not likely. The so-called murder hornet is actually an Asian giant hornet renamed to craft an attention-grabbing headline. It is, however, the world's largest species of hornet, but it has only been found in the state of Washington and the northwestern U.S. What you most likely are seeing is a European hornet or a cicada killer. Both exist in our area. Ken Eck, the Ag and Natural Resources educator with the DuBois County Purdue Extension Office, has been getting numerous calls, and the photographs regarding the murder hornet, which have all been other insects. Usually they are bumble or carpenter bees, or as mentioned, European hornets or cicada killers. We have had a very mild winter, so many insects in homes or fields that usually die out over winter survived and will potentially be in larger numbers this summer, depending on the type of insect. Currently, the DNR Division of Entomology and Plant Pathology says the only confirmed sightings of the Asian giant hornet in the United States have been on the West Coast. Each year, local extension offices get numerous calls of large bees that typically end up being either cicada killers or European hornets. Neither are really a major threat to folks, although they can sting if purposely bothered or held in your hand. We'll take a look at your weather forecast when we come back on 18 WJTS News.